We're in a priority neighborhood where we have a lot of complex social issues that we need to address.
Good morning, Majuba. Thank you, sweetie.
We have students who need to have hot meals provided for them.
Don't forget your banana. Don't forget your banana.
We have students that need support in getting medical attention, also hearing and vision screening. We want our students to see that they themselves have the ability to do anything that they would like to do if they continue to persevere.
Come on in.
These opportunities may not come easily given their circumstances, so they are going to have to continue to try and continue to be able to overcome roadblocks along the way.
You're going to come to the carpet in a circle once you put your things away, please.
We're still delivering the same curriculum that every other TDSB school is delivering, but it's the way that we get to deliver it. It's more ahead of the curve than other schools might be.
So, before we get into our lesson, we're going to start with an activity just to get our brains warmed up.
This is the first time we've done this lesson. There's no stage or practice.
And we're going to go around. And we're going
So it starts with an activity called This Is Not.
Would you like an opportunity? You go sit down.
This is not a scarf, it's the sun.
It's the sun.
It's giving us tools, specific tools and strategies to help children deal with the problem solving and the framework.
This is not a scarf, it's a typewriter. This is not a scarf, it's a nest. This is not a scarf, it's a tissue.
Chew.
This is not a scarf, it's a...
So that's the warm-up to get their brains activated and thinking
This is not a scarf.
beyond what things traditionally are.
Hat.
Most eye-opening part for me was this idea that we have to work on the question and make sure that we get the right question, that we are asking the right question in order to solve the problem that we actually have.
So this is the problem that we have come up with so far. How to build a playscape for the students at George Webster.
For me, that is much more important than facts, because facts these days we can look up so easily. But how we solve the problem using the facts that we have is the trick.
How did you feel?
And the program can be adapted into any curriculum strand that we want.
Ishmael.
Creative.
Creative.
My favorite part of school is when we do math, doing gym, doing French.
They took my book, they took all the material we had ever published, and they created a set of lessons for children which is totally classroom adapted. When my daughter was growing up, we always had conversation and discussion about a different problem. And what I realized is that our peers in school had no idea about what was happening about innovative thinking. So it became sort of a passion for me. The process of thinking innovatively is you have to make sure that you're addressing the right problem. So in innovative thinking, we can spend as much as 50 to 75% of the time looking at the problem, seeing what it is, what the root causes are, what the different parts of the problem, before you start solving it. It's based on the assumption that the world is changing fast enough that whatever problem you're encountering is probably a new problem.
I think innovative thinking is thinking to make something better than it already is.
Every idea counts, so don't hold back on any ideas.
A time where we can all get our ideas and make it into one big, huge idea, which we have all agreed on.
So in your chart, you are going to write playscape. Okay, there you go.
We are going to start with the word playscape. And in their groups, they're going to think of all the words that come from the word playscape. And then from those words, the other words, so that we can bring it back together and see how our different point of views can mesh.
But maybe it's just equipment and that slide goes over there. Does that work?
It's taken all of us a while because it is a new program. And I'm hoping that we'll be using this process through our social studies and our science programs for the rest of the year as well. And I'm hoping that these skills and this method will become part of just how they think and how they approach problem solving.
Let's see if we can come up with another circle, a different circle. Rahab.
Safety.
Safety. What should I call this bubble then? Materials? Strong materials? Okay. Is there anything else that goes into safety?
There are certainly some kids who do find it more difficult, who are very used to having question, answer, move on. And so opening this up can be a little bit challenging, but they've taken to it quite quickly.
I think the most important thing I've learned was
We got to debate over it, and everybody had different ideas and opinions about the playscape.
We all got to share ideas with what the playscape should be.
how to work as a team to together make one huge idea.
We're taking the molecule and we're splitting it into all its smaller pieces, into the atoms, which is why it's called atomization.
What they're going to get is a methodologies that they can use in addition to their analytical thinking to solve any type of problem in the future. This has been a crusade for 15 years. So for me to see that dream of 15 years being realized, it's just pure happiness.
I think this kind of problem solving will help me in the future.
Because if I get a certain kind of job and we need a design, we can all get our opinions.
Thinking of many solutions, and then we can choose the best solution. I will become organized, and I know what to do, and I stay on topic.